Hey, what's up, Bling Bling Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Just got back. I'm going to be going to work in a few hours, so I'm just going to put out this quick little video. Wanted to discuss it about the mess and the drama that was created over the last couple days. Once again, I do apologize for my little hand in that. I don't really apologize for much else. We'll go into that in the video, but want to discuss it, want to get out there, and want to just do a quick little recap. So I'm going to start by saying, first of all, I did not expect this to happen from this video. Of all the videos I've done, of everything I've talked about, which I know people don't like what I have to say. I know there's a good handful of people that just genuinely don't think I, A, should have a platform, and B, that I shouldn't be allowed to say the things I say. I was not expecting this to be the video where like all hell just rained upon me from specific people. And let me make it abundantly clear. It was not that many people. It was like 20-ish people that basically descended upon me, and they were all of the same echelon of Pokemon, I guess you can describe, and you probably know which ones they are, right? I'll get to that here in a little bit, but they rained upon me for a video that I really thought was basically going to be a nothing burger, just a shit sandwich that nobody was really going to eat, and honestly, it's kind of weird that it took off, but like thinking back at it now, I see why it did, and I want to discuss it. So the video I put out a couple days ago was regarding to paying for PokeTuber advice, which I still don't think you should. We'll go into that. It's just I don't think the information that a lot of these guys are going to give you is something that you cannot find from an alternative source for A, much cheaper, and B, just it's not worth your time. I don't think these guys have like any keys to success for anything to, like going with Pokemon that you can't find out or you can't achieve or you can't strive to on your own. And honestly, I find it kind of weird that people that have money want more money from people for like business advice and stuff like that. And let's be real here. That's generally what people are applying for, and everybody affirmed that came down upon me. Which, by the way, who was it? Who was the group of people that were mad at me? Why, yes, you guessed it, of course. The high money vintage collectors, those people that have like tons of money that are winning in the community because everything they have is worth so much money and they're moving so many things, but we're going to get pressed about $75, $50, $10 for a comment to be answered. Like, we're going to get pressed about what, but we're so successful. We're so good and all that stuff. And let me also put this out there real quick. So don't go harass anybody or anything like that. You don't have my permission. You want to give them some friendly feedback. You want to give them some criticism. I 100% think you can do that. But some of the words that were going around, especially towards me, I don't know. See, I said it, guys. You see, I said don't go harass nobody. So you can't throw that at me in an argument later. You can't do it. So also, maybe some of y'all should apologize for some of the stuff that came our way. I had some pretty terrible things said to me. Luckily, I'm a big man adult and I can take it, like some of you guys should be able to. But I mean, it's just maybe someone owes me an apology too. I don't know if we're gonna do that stuff when I very clearly didn't tell anybody to go after you. We're gonna make that a big deal. Then I think something should be coming my way too. I'll look for it in my mail. I'll see it. I know it'll be there later. But yeah, a lot of the vintage collectors were the ones that were mad at me. And go figure, that's not who the video was trying to please anyway. I make videos for the modern collector. Like, if you looked at anybody who had a problem with what I said, it was kind of a game at this point between me and a few people. Like, okay, someone doesn't like me. Let's go see what their page is all about. And sure enough, you go look at it. Vintage, high money, PSA slabs, a whole bunch of booster boxes from the old days, right? It's all big money people that don't like it. Now, why were they mad at me? Because I basically shit on another source of revenue they could be getting in the future, like something that was not really, in my personal opinion, needed. I never said no one can't do it. I just was telling people, hey, maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe you should go do your own research and maybe not give some people that are literally Pokemon collectors as well some of your money when they really don't know a whole lot more than content creators or the internet. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. Personal experiences are great and all, but personal experiences are just that, personal experiences. They don't subsidize knowledge and things that you can look up that people can give you for free or at a discounted rate or from someone who's actually certified to do so. That was my take. That's how I felt about it. But sure, do whatever. Spend your money however you want. You're an adult. Like I said in my previous video, you're an adult. The people that generally support me, on the other hand, are modern collectors. You go click on their stuff, and of course, you got a lot of the Sun and Moon, the Sword and Shield, maybe a little bit of XY. Of course, everybody has like a graded slab, like an actual, like a grail, if you will. Something like from the old days that's worth a ton of money. Everybody has one. That's kind of one of the cool things about the community, is seeing who has what and what their actual grail cards are. Some people, yeah, everyone collects different stuff. It's kind of cool. The reason I made this a big deal and why a lot of modern collectors don't think this is necessarily a good idea, or they're relatively neutral about it, is because it seems like this is another source of people to actually desensitize the community, in my personal opinion, to the point where like $10 DM answers are real. Yes, that is real. That is a real thing that people are trying to do. And generally speaking, it's going to be for advice that I personally think you can obtain on your own. I genuinely do. So my message for this video and things that I'm going to say is, honestly, you should support content creators over the... that's my take on this stuff. I think if you're going to actually look at some things, like, I mean, Danny Phantom does this stuff for fucking free. Pokey, and he literally had a whole startup, a Japanese card business on his like YouTube or his Instagram. He had literally the whole thing, and I don't like a whole bunch of investor pages and some of the takes they do, but this has really opened my eyes. This is showing me that, like, hey, they're doing that for free. They're on there putting out like what they think you should do in order to be successful in Pokemon. They're doing that for free. As opposed to some people are like, yeah, my shit does not stink, and you will pay me $75 for my golden, glorious information, which once again, you are allowed to do, but I'm also allowed to say it's fucking stupid. Like, I'm in the right to say that, just like you're in the right to take someone's money. That's really cool, and I do appreciate that. It was just a wild time. I just think you should support content creators that are doing this stuff for free, and I mean, like, one of the big things is, like, community and, like, decisions where people make, like, I'm going to start charging $75 for, like, consultations and stuff. Consultations, usually for appraisal and, like, where to source cards from, which they're just going to look at TCG Player or eBay, or they're going to look at personal sales they've done. Like, stuff that they can, like, just dig up and, like, give to you, right? Especially for basic information. I just don't see the point you doing that. It's just, I would support content creators 100%. They're not asking for any money, and yes, their videos are monetized, but it does not cost you any money to look at their video. So that argument that was floating around, yeah, that's a really L argument right there. Because once again, if it's so easy for content creators just to make tons of money, why don't they just put up all their grand secrets on YouTube and all that? Why don't they just do that? Why don't they just make a video and get tons of people to watch it, right? Oh, because, oh, instead of making $75 a video, I want to make $75 per person because my time is gold and you will pay for it, you fucking plebs, you scrubs, you peasants. That's how it looks like when you're doing that stuff, by the way. That's how a lot of the average modern collectors view a lot of you guys when you say that stuff is okay. I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know that that's how it looks. I didn't say that. That's just what it looks like to a lot of people. So that's really all I got. I don't like how, like, the upper echelons make decisions for us. Like, you know why Japanese booster boxes are so expensive now? Because the upper echelons that are going through there and buying them all up from Japan at $120 to $100 a box, or maybe a little bit lower than that, and selling them on Whatnot, they basically have decided for everybody that this is the price that you're going to buy it for, and Japan sees that, and they're going to be like, hey, there you go. And I don't want this to be the case for charging for advice. This is a fucking Pokemon card community, and I would really appreciate it if a lot of us started acting like one. Once again, feel free to do you, man. Do the whole business thing all you want. Be a business all you want. A business in the business realm for business. But, you know, it's a community. The community was kind of here before a lot of your businesses were. So that's all I got to say about that. Just do you. Just don't be mad when the average collector has a problem with some of the stuff you do. And this is not the end of this stuff. I guarantee you this is going to be the beginning. And I've been talking about this stuff for years and years. Some of them probably remember me from back in the day when I was just a gameplay page. I was just a commentary page with Bobby Hill up as an actual photo. Hey, come a long way now, huh? Look at me on YouTube, and I appreciate everybody watching these videos. Hey, if you like what you saw, I do appreciate it and all that stuff. Feel free to, check out some other videos. If you didn't like it, I still appreciate you watching. I appreciate your feedback. You're always welcome to say what you want. And ultimately, we don't have to agree on everything, but I stand strong with what I say. It's all I got. Average collectors all the way. See you later.